Look at this groupie on the right. Great collection of horns there. Oh, and some little calves as well. We'll get closer to the group just now and we'll have a look inside a bit. Typically you find bigger individuals on the perimeter of the group, especially a lot of your males. See that guy there facing us now with one funny horn. Nice big bull. They sort of act as security as well on the sides. There's a female. It's been so long since we've seen a herd, I can explain the differences again. The male's typically much bigger. Just look at this guy. His shoulders and his neck, very, very thick and muscular. And there's doing Fleming as well. Nice big male. Obviously, female has urinated there, so he's just smelling and testing if she's maybe ready to mate. And then the females, we'll have a good look at a female just now when we get closer. They're not nearly as big as the males, and the horn's not as thick. Let's go a bit closer. Nice big male on the left as well. This is a perfect example of a big bull. See those heavy bosses, big horns, and those bosses or those front sort of shields on the forehead. Very, very thick with the males. Mainly ready to give them protection when they battle with other males, with other bulls. Just trying to see. Unfortunately, there's not a female out in the open at the moment. We'll see one soon. Oh, here's one all the way to the right. Just as a comparison quickly, more right, Alex, that one. Oh, the one behind the antenna. We won't look at it for too long. That's the antenna. That's the buffalo. We'll have a look at another female again just now, but just a quick comparison there. You can see not nearly as heavy or as muscled, and the horns, in this case, almost lacking the bosses. Some females that do have bosses, but never as big and as heavy as the males. Have a look further into the group. We'll drive down there just now slowly. Just want to get them used to us first. All the way down the road, lots of them lying down there. Still see them almost sleeping. That's more the core of the group down there. That's where some of the youngsters would be. I saw one or two little calves just now. Once we get in there, we should see a few of them. Beautiful setting. Two big marula trees on the right hand side there. And lots of buffalo. Difficult to see exactly. Again, they disappear into the bush here to our left, all the way further in, but probably that herd of about 200 odd, 250 or so. That bull with a short tail, Alex. It's a little to the left. See a little stumpy tail. Again, it could be various reasons for that, but most likely would have been from lions at some stage. Also look at that big scrape on his left hand side, on his back side there. Scar there, maybe even from the same time. Lions probably trying to jump on him, get a hold of him, grab him around the back area, grab the tail quite often as they do, and in the process maybe bits it off. But you can see, not a bull to be messed with. I'm sure the lion probably carried a scar or two as well. You can see massive shoulders and neck. Bull in his prime still. We're looking at these buffalo. I want to thank Alex. Thanks, Alex, for letting me use your camera. So we've got camera again. Shot through. Let's get a bit closer to them. See some of these buffalo doing their early morning ablutions as well, getting ready for the day. See there further ahead, the core of the group mostly still lying down. He does look insane. Sure. Maybe that lion fight was quite traumatic for him. And he's now just making sure there's no lion in this vehicle, which I'm quite glad there isn't. From the look in his eyes, if I was a lion, I would never ever mess with that bull again. Very serious looking buffalo. This is the cow I was just photographing. He's got a very wizened look in her eyes. Now again with buffalo, like with a lot of animals I guess, people tend to just in the beginning just see a buffalo and they all look the same. But then once you start looking at them, you'll notice differences. First you'll start with noticing horn differences, bull and cow for instance, but also different bulls, different cows. And then you start seeing different facial expressions almost. Like I said, this cow, it's maybe not the prettiest buffalo I've ever seen, but she's got a certain endearing look to her. She looks like she's seen a lot of things, understands a lot of things, and like other species tend to do, if we do, we must assume that other mammals can. She's gained some wisdom with time. And in her case, maybe more wisdom than the average old buffalo. There's something about her that I like. Beautiful face. Big ears. Even though she's quite old, she still looks healthy. Nose up. Another bull lying down in the background there, quite a big guy. Doesn't seem to be any rush this morning with this herd. A few of them have stretched legs and moved around a little bit. The majority is still lying down, a few of them even lying down again like this big guy did. In amongst a sea of horns there, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like you can see at least 8 buffalo there. 1, 9, I think. Count all the horn tips, maybe 8 or 7. Might have counted one buffalo's horns twice.